Prepare to delve into the eerie, the mysterious, and the breathtaking wonders of the world. From strange creatures caught on camera to the heart-stopping fury of nature, and even moments of human compassion, this compilation has it all. For our very first video, let's head to Mexico, where things are about to get weird. A security camera on a country road has captured a very peculiar sighting. And let me assure you, this footage seems genuine and untouched. The camera catches a tiny creature scurrying across the road. And here's the kicker. It's walking on two legs. Now, that's unusual. Most small creatures we know of tend to go on all fours. So, I ask you, what do you think this is? The popular guess, a goblin. Yep, not the Spider-Man kind, but the creepy ones from European folklore. Goblins are known to be small, monstrous, and grotesque. Is that why they stay hidden, only to pop up in rare sightings like this? What's even more unsettling is that goblins are often linked to all sorts of mischief and malevolence. Could these creatures really exist, lurking in the shadows for centuries? And if they do, what kind of abilities might they possess? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? One thing's for sure, the next time you're on a lonely road, you might want to keep an eye out for these mysterious beings. What do you think is the most dangerous job on the planet? Roofers, miners, logging workers. Sure, those are risky. But what if I told you the real terror lies in a job you'd never suspect? That's right. Being a janitor in an art museum might just be the scariest gig out there. Don't believe me? Watch this.
Okay, you can do this. Just ignore the statues. They're not demons. It's fine. You got this. You got this. Oh God. Oh God.
As the museum closes and the janitor is left alone, tasked with cleaning up, it seems straightforward enough. But look closer. The dimly lit halls, the eerie sculptures, and those lifeless statues create an atmosphere that shifts from mundane to downright creepy. Every creak and shadow becomes a potential nightmare. The thought of those statues coming to life isn't just a fleeting fear. It's a constant chilling dread. Imagine being alone with these silent, staring figures night after night. No matter how tough you are, the mind has its own demons to conjure up. Can you handle the anxiety? How much would you demand to take on this job? And more importantly, is it worth it? Personally, I'd be out the door faster than you can say haunted museum. So, would you take up the challenge? Or would the fear of the unknown be too much to bear? What do you think it looked like when the meteors that killed the dinosaurs hit the ground? Or the seconds after the atom bombs exploded in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Well, we don't need computer simulations to visualize that. This real-life clip comes chillingly close. Watch this. Isn't that both spectacular and downright heart-stopping? This is an extremely close dashcam video of the Tianjin port explosion from 2015. There were two explosions approximately 30 seconds apart. The first explosion resulted from an overheated container of dry nitrocellulose, and the second was due to the detonation of about 800 tons of ammonium nitrate. Just look at how, within seconds, the night transforms into an eerie daylight. As the initial explosion subsides and the natural elements begin to return to normal, the second explosion occurs. It's even bigger, than the first. The aftershock wave rips through the scene, the brightness off the charts. You can see how far the fireball debris is flung. Imagine being near there. Your eardrums would take a serious beating. Next on our watch list is a video with little direct evidence, a lot of circumstantial clues, and the eyewitness account of a brother and sister. They claim this video is from 2006, captured in the enchanted forest of Tofino. According to them, they saw a 7-foot-tall humanoid figure about 50 meters away. The sister immediately took out her camera and captured this.
Quick, stay! Stay back!
At first glance, it doesn't seem like much. We catch a glimpse of what appears to be a black creature. It could just be a bear. But the siblings insist it was humanoid and not a bear. They waited for 15 minutes before going to the spot where they saw the creature. There, they found some indentation in the ground, which the brother claims could be a footprint. The curious aspect of all this is why the creature ran away the moment she took out the camera and started recording. It's very unlike a bear to do that. This is what has me puzzled. Could this really be a 7-foot humanoid figure in the middle of nowhere? Dare I say it? Was that genuine footage of a Bigfoot? Ponder on that. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. I just don't understand this fascination about exploring abandoned buildings alone. It's risky. It's dangerous, could end up really bad, yet people do this. Is the fame and money really worth it? Are there no other ways of making a decent and safe living? Take this for instance. This person is exploring an abandoned company building in Bordeaux, France. You see what you would expect to see from such a building. Then this happens. What was that? I don't know how to explain that. Even slowed down, it is not clear what we actually saw. Obviously something or someone in white clothing casually approached our man. His instant reaction says he was terrified. He wasted no time, just turned back and ran. Could that be a squatter? Can it be such simple an explanation? This next clip is one of the spookiest videos I have ever seen. It features a cave discovered between China and Mongolia. The strange thing, the entrance is artificially blocked. Even spookier are the strange noises and roars heard from inside. Play the clip of a cave with an artificially blocked entrance was discovered between China and Mongolia. Strange noises and roars are heard coming from inside. It's bizarre. How can you hear such noises from a cave with a blocked entrance? But this got me thinking about a topic that has troubled curious minds and history buffs for centuries. The burial place of Genghis Khan. Since the 13th century, people have searched for his final resting place, but have yet to find it. I know it sounds far-fetched, but could this be it? A hidden cave between China and Mongolia, its entrance blocked, and strange sounds emitting from within. Something to ponder. I've seen countless clips of scary and creepy phenomena. Finding unexplainable occurrences in abandoned buildings is spooky, but expected. You know something is bound to go wrong.
Jesus Christ. Everything's going off. Look at this. poltergeist or some shit in here. Oh! That! Oh! No, this. Holy shit!
Something has gone terribly wrong with the electronics in this office. Lights flicker erratically, alarms blare, and computers and other devices glow unnaturally. That green glowing device looks like one of the bots from Transformers, ready to come to life. Everything is going haywire. The whole scene feels like a movie where machines are about to take over. As much as our guy is panicking, he doesn't seem scared. He thinks it's just an electrical issue. But then, this happens. Did you see that? The door slammed shut with a vengeance. There's no wind, and it felt like some invisible force did it to make a point. The scare factor just shot through the roof with that door slam. Our man bolts out of there. I would too, if I were in his shoes. Does anyone know what and where this was? Please share in the comments. I'd really like to know what happened there. Imagine being stuck there.
Here it comes. Are you alright, Dave? I'm fine.
A group of mountaineering friends is descending a mountain when it starts raining. The rain picks up, and soon one thing leads to another, resulting in a flash flood. Where there was once just a mountain, there is now a waterfall. Our group of mountaineers is stuck. Their only way to survive: hide behind a massive boulder. Witness their ordeal as they pray to be protected. My advice: don't put yourself in a position where prayer is your only option. Just look at the massive amount of water falling. Imagine being there. Hypothermia, drowning, being crushed by a boulder, starvation. There are so many ways this could end badly for them. But they live to tell their tale. Look at that spot. That's where they were. These men are extremely lucky. But here's a lesson. Don't tempt fate. Luck can run out. That was scary. Now let's move on to see one of nature's wonders. We've all seen cows with 2 horns and cows without horns. But have you ever seen a cow like this? This is truly a unique cow. It only has 1 horn. This is fascinating. Somehow Mother Nature has figured out a way to fuse the 2 horns coming from different directions. It's highly unlikely it was born this way, as calves usually have the beginnings of horns that grow with age. So, how on earth did this cow end up with just 1 horn? I must admit, it looks quite striking compared to regular cows. So, being different is, in fact, a good thing. I'm not sure what to say about this next video. Let's just watch it. Would you do this? How much money would it take to get you to try this? Personally, no amount of money could make me do this. I understand the value of exploring caves. They might contain millions of years of data and information about our planet. Spelunking is important, and spelunkers are brave and deserve credit. But my problem is with squeezing, exploring extremely tight and narrow passages. People who specialize in this are called squeezers. It's an apt name, but why risk your life? If something goes wrong, it could mean a painful and agonizing death stretched over hours or even days. I'd rather jump out of a plane without a parachute and die instantly than do this. What about you? This is one tricky situation to find yourself in.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, Jesus Christ Almighty! fucking snakes! Fucking Jesus Christ!
Our mate from down under has found himself in a bizarre predicament. While untangling a wire, a tiger snake has slithered up his leg and into his pants. He's stopped it by clamping it with a pair of clips. My soul would have left my body the moment I felt something crawling up my leg, but these Aussies are cut from a different cloth. He starts a countdown, and at the count of 3, he pulls it out and throws it away in an instant. We can't let you hear his colorful language of relief at making it without a scratch, but let's just say the man has a filthy mouth and is quite creative with his curses. Would you have remained so calm in such a situation? How many of you remember the Child's Play and Chucky movie series? The doll that came to life and haunted people. Well, here's a doll that hasn't come to life, but it will definitely haunt you. This person claims they found this doll in an abandoned house. First of all, why would you even bring it home? At first glance, you might think this doll is creepy because it has no eyes, but that's not all. Watch this. The head rotates and there's a face on the other side too, with eyes, but it looks sad. And wait, there's another face, this one smiling. Don't worry, it doesn't have a fourth face. But seriously, why would anyone want a doll with 3 faces? One eyeless, one sad, and one smiling. Who would want such a doll? There's something I've always wondered about attics. Why don't most people have lights up there? They should. Here's a good reason why. This woman is hysterical. I can't understand what she's saying, but it's clear it's because of the weird and strange sounds coming from the attic. Our brave man decides to check out the source of the noise, despite the woman's visible fear and desperate attempts to stop him. The fear in her eyes is genuine. You can't fake that. He goes up to the attic, armed only with the light from his camera. People, please get lights installed in your attics. He sees nothing, though the strange sounds continue. After a thorough search, he comes down. Having found nothing, he hands the camera back to the woman, who records him descending the ladder. Just as he steps off, something appears in the attic, as if wanting to grab him. What is that? It's not human. It has glowing eyes and a face that can only be described as looking like Groot from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I don't think that woman is going to stay in that house any longer. If I were in their shoes, I'd leave the house immediately. This video is recorded by a man on the street, capturing the sky at dusk, a time when the fading light creates a perfect backdrop for observing unusual phenomena. The focal point of this intriguing footage is an object that appears to be an oval-shaped ship, suspended in the sky, distinguished by 2 prominent lights. Its appearance and behavior strongly suggest that it could be an unknown flying object, especially given its unconventional shape and the way it merely floats, motionless, against the evening sky. The object's stillness in the air, combined with the dimming light of dusk, lends a mysterious and almost otherworldly quality to the scene. It doesn't exhibit any sudden movements or flashy displays. It's just eerily present, hovering silently. I think that this calm yet conspicuous presence in the sky naturally draws everyone's mind to the possibility of it being an alien ship, although I also consider the possibility that this video could be fake. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. From the unique perspective, This video shows the strength that nature has. The scene unfolds with the tornado's fierce winds, forcefully moving a football goalpost, spinning it in circles. The sheer strength of the tornado is evident in its ability to effortlessly manipulate such a large and sturdy object. Showcasing the natural phenomenon's might and the mesmerizing yet destructive dance it performs with the objects in its path. These natural phenomena are amazing, and the proximity of the filmer to the tornado adds a palpable sense of danger. The video, possibly captured by a surveillance camera or a bystander from the side of the road, showcases a heart-stopping moment that unfolds like a miracle. It features a man who is seated beside his motorbike on the roadside, seemingly taking a break. Out of nowhere, a dramatic turn of events occurs. A bulldozer, which is moving along the road, unexpectedly veers to the left, heading directly towards the man and his motorbike. In a twist of fate, another vehicle coming from the opposite direction intervenes at the crucial moment. This car collides with the bulldozer, effectively altering its path and preventing it from hitting the biker. The impact between the car and the bulldozer creates a narrow escape for the biker, who is miraculously spared from what could have been a catastrophic incident. Although this could have ended up in a better way if the bulldozer driver was paying more attention, I think this was pure luck. The video is filmed by a woman from within an animal enclosure, capturing an unusual encounter between a kangaroo and an emu bird. The scene unfolds with the kangaroo circling the bird, an action that suggests it's gearing up for a confrontation, seemingly over a dispute related to food, specifically some leaves from a tree branch that have fallen to the ground. As the kangaroo tries to eat the leaves, the emu attempts to approach, likely aiming to share the spoils. However, the kangaroo appears to be in no mood to share, showing signs of aggression. The tension escalates into a skirmish between the two, with the kangaroo using its physical prowess to assert dominance over the situation.
Ooh, boxing and hissing.
Intriguingly, during the altercation, two more emus enter the scene, possibly drawn by the commotion or with the intent to join the fray over the food. Despite the numerical disadvantage, the kangaroo stands its ground and ultimately prevails, maintaining control over the contested leaves.
And hissing.
I think the woman was brave to sit so close to those animals while fighting, given the aggressiveness of the kangaroo. This underwater video reveals a fascinating deep-sea creature that looks like something out of an alien movie. The animal has a unique round body, from which multiple extremely long and slender appendages extend. As the video continues, there's a captivating moment where the creature's long appendages fold in a manner that suggests flexibility and coordination. Following this, the creature makes contact with the sea floor and begins to crawl, utilizing its tentacle-like feet in a manner that's both intriguing and eerie. The way it moves is mesmerizing, showcasing the adaptability and peculiar locomotion of deep-sea life forms. These deep-sea life creatures are terrifying. They feed the thalassophobia of many people. Reddit is a treasure trove for discovering some of the most chilling and strange videos, and this particular one is no exception. The footage follows two friends exploring an unknown location in the dead of night, armed with their flashlights. Their journey leads them to a sewer entrance where they unexpectedly encounter a strange creature attempting to scale the metal fence.
Dude. Okay.
Witnessing this enigmatic being, both friends immediately bolt away, their screams echoing in the darkness.
We're going. Dude, we gotta go! Dude, nothing's booking it! Go! Dude, get your flash. My light's not working.
As they put some distance between themselves and the creature, they glance back and continue recording, revealing that the creature seemed to chase them for a short distance. The encounter is undeniably terrifying, leaving us to ponder the motives behind the friends' nocturnal adventure. You've probably heard of Bigfoot, but did you know there's a cousin of Bigfoot known as the skunk ape? The skunk ape is a large, hairy, human-like creature said to live in the forests and swamps of the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida. In this video, which was captured by a tourist exploring the Florida swamps, something is seen moving among the distant trees. Initially, this creature appears ape-like, but upon closer inspection, it seems larger than a typical ape and walks with a human-like posture. It's covered in thick black fur. To me, this sighting resembles the skunk ape, or perhaps even the mighty Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on this encounter? This video was uploaded on TikTok by a user who claimed to have accidentally captured something on the car's rear backup camera. In the video, the uploader explains the situation and shares what he's about to show us. Then, he shows a video where the car is in the middle of dense woods. From their voices, we can tell that there are 3 friends in the car, including the uploader, who is driving. One of their friends is extremely anxious and scared, believing they are stuck in the dark woods. The other friends try to calm him down while they back up the car. Suddenly, a growl and something hitting the car can be heard as they were reversing.
I will, we'll be alright.
This is
We're gonna be
ridiculous.
alright.
It's fucking pitch black at night, for fuck's sake.
We'll be
Don't
alright.
need to be out here.
We're not gonna get stuck.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You can't even see way out, man.
You
for
guys being
fuck's
pussies
sake,
about
man.
it.
What the fuck's that?
This startles the already anxious friend, and the video ends. The video is quite strange, because we didn't see this creature in the rear camera, but we heard a growl and the car being hit. The growl sounded like it came from a dogman creature, but we can't say for sure without further evidence. One of our childhood dreams was to see a real-life mermaid, but our parents told us they didn't exist in real life. However, this video challenges that belief. In this video, we see an ocean view with a fishtail, fin wobbling around. What's strange about this tail fin is its narrowness compared to a regular fish, and it resembles a mermaid's tail. But I'm still skeptical about this being a genuine mermaid, dolphin, or any other fish. You can see the shape of 2 human legs, which likely means it's a costume. However, the strange thing is, if it were a costume, how can this person hold their breath underwater for such a long time, while also flapping the tail like that? This video was posted by a mom on Facebook, and it depicts a truly frightening and unsettling encounter within their own home. In the video, we see a little girl who appears frightened, and her mom, who is recording, is consoling her. The mom is a designer and has many mannequins in her room, which might seem strange to some, but they're accustomed to it. However, the daughter is terrified because she saw something under the closet door. The mom opens the closet to investigate, and she's a bit startled to see a mannequin standing right in front of her. After checking the closet and closing it, her daughter still looks at the closet door, now even more fearful. Suddenly, the mom glances behind her and notices the door is wide open with the mannequin standing there. The mannequin starts wobbling and then falls to the floor. Witnessing this, the mother and daughter quickly run from the room. This was an extremely unsettling experience, and I'm genuinely concerned about the daughter's mental well-being. I would strongly advise the mother to consider removing these mannequins, especially since the one in the closet appeared to be acting strangely. This video comes from Russia and is captured by a car's dashboard camera. In the video, we see the car traversing a snowy trail through the pitch-black darkness, with only the car's headlights illuminating the path. However, during the drive, one of the passengers in the car suddenly shouts for them to stop as he spots movement in the distance ahead. A tall humanoid figure can be seen crossing the trail right in front of the car. When we zoom in on this figure, it becomes evident that its body is completely white, and it moves with a humanoid walk. In my opinion, it resembled a Bigfoot, but its size appeared relatively smaller. Perhaps it could be a Russian variant of the Bigfoot that had specially adapted to the snowy terrains and climate of the region. This video was recorded by a hiker exploring the lowland tropical forests of Africa, and he had a surprising encounter with a skunk ape. In the video, the hiker's camera is focused on something in the distance. At first, it appears to be an ape displaying signs of anger or frustration, vigorously tearing into a tree in front of it. The hiker remains calm and continues to film this powerful creature. The ape is completely engrossed in dismantling the tree with its bare hands. Throughout the video, this creature appears to be a muscular ape, but towards the end, when it stands up, its immense size and human-like posture become evident. Observing this humanoid stance, the hiker wisely decides to make a hasty retreat, realizing that what he was recording was not an ape or gorilla, but indeed the formidable skunk ape. I'm relieved that the hiker made a quick exit, because I can only imagine the consequences if the skunk ape had noticed him observing from a distance. A video featuring a translucent sea creature caught by a fisherman, and this has been making waves on the internet. The clip was posted on Twitter and shows an individual holding a small fish-like marine creature that is entirely see-through. This remarkable creature's legs, head, and other body parts are transparent, allowing light to pass through them. Many people who have watched this video speculate that this creature might be some kind of alien being. However, I believe it's more likely that we simply haven't explored oceans yet, and there could be many unknown creatures living in those uncharted depths. Nevertheless, this unique glass-like creature is undeniably fascinating and beautiful. I'd be delighted to have one as a pet myself. Some people, myself included, have a belief that our reality might be a simulated one, and some unexplained phenomena could be considered as glitches in this simulation. This video, filmed from a plane, presents a beautiful view of a bridge and water. However, there's something quite strange about the plane in the scene. Although it's in the air, it appears to be perfectly still, not moving at all. This stationary plane is highly unusual, amidst a backdrop of normal activity. The video is indeed confusing, and it might give the impression of being computer-generated imagery, especially because of the presence of the surrounding background. It's not clear why the plane seems stuck in place. If you have any insights or a logical explanation for this, please share it in the comments below. Recorded in October 1994, this clip might be too old for some, but that does not mean the creature it had captured was any less terrifying. If we consider the fact that it was recorded back then, which means there is a lesser chance that it was edited or altered in any other way. The clip showed a giant figure walking alone in the middle of the mountains. The person recording it or the camera recording it must be at a significant distance, as we can't clearly see what the figure looked like, except for its dark skin, huge height, and human-like walk. Where exactly was the figure going? Or what exactly was it? These are some of the questions that everyone had in mind when they first saw the clip, but there was no one to answer. Even the experts found themselves perplexed over this one. For me, and truth be told, this looks like it was very real, but it could be just a human walking around as well. Most of the sightings of Bigfoot are either very deep inside the woods or in areas where it is pretty much impossible for most humans to go. But this clip features a creature which was so curious to see the humans that it wandered around the highway, stalking and following humans it spotted nearby. This family got freaked out when they saw the dark figure lurking nearby and decided to record it on the camera. But since the video did not give a clear view of the creature, I cannot say for sure if it was really a Sasquatch or just a man with a hoodie on stalking these people. Either case is just as scary. Driving along with friends at nighttime could be good for some people until they come across something or someone they had never imagined. As they were driving and recording the surroundings with a flashlight on, they saw something in the distance. Deciding to slow down and actually wait for the thing to come near or something was not a wise decision, if you ask me, because as they zoomed into it, the figure in the distance became a little clearer. It was an eerie figure with whitish skin that ran straight towards the men, freaking all of them out. When they later uploaded the clip on YouTube, everyone was quick to say that it must be the skinwalker, because even if we think of it being a human with a suit on, a human would not look like that. For me, it was definitely a weird cryptid or something because of the way it had no eyes, mouth, or anything. And the way it was running, I think there is a very low chance that it could be a human. Just like humans have to disturb and destroy the homes of animals, there are times when these animals decide to raid human homes as well. This video was recorded by a security camera installed inside the house, and it had the homeowners shocked to see what was happening in their house while all of them were sound asleep. The bear came inside the house through the front door and went straight into the kitchen. It opened the fridge and examined it for a few minutes before moving on to the shelves, drawers, and other things. Unfortunately, it did not find any kind of food that it could be interested in, and therefore, according to the owners, the bear had already left when they woke up the next morning, and that's when they realized they had left the front door open by mistake. Recorded not in the woods or any remote area, this clip was captured by two teenage boys right in the middle of the town they lived in. According to them, they had been seeing the creature before too, but it was not this close to where they lived. However, this time, the creature crawled up to the town and was sitting in the dark when the boys saw it. Determined to capture it on camera this time, they turned the flash of the camera on, and we could see the weird crawled up creature sitting under the block. It started making creepy noises too. But why exactly were the boys not scared of it? I mean, if it were me or any other human being, they would have been freaked out by the sight and by being so close to the creepy creature. And if we consider this, I would say that there is a chance that the video is fake and perhaps edited. For those of you thinking of oceans as peaceful natural places and where you can just enjoy the sound of the waves like you do on the beaches, this is not how they are. Oceans can be very scary at times, and this clip will just give you a glimpse into that. Recorded by a man who was kayaking peacefully in the ocean when he heard splashing sounds coming from his left side, and it did not take him long to realize that something was right under him, and he could be in grave danger at that time. However, the creature or whatever it was under the water went from his left to the right, splashing water in a terrifying manner before disappearing completely. Now, if I did not know that manatees are the ones who show this kind of behavior usually, I would have been freaked out too, and by the looks of it, it looked like the notorious manatees in action for sure. Recorded and uploaded in 2014 by a mother who could not believe her eyes when she saw what her security camera had recorded. When her little son was out in the street playing with his bike right in front of their home, a dog saw him and came running to him. At first, they thought the dog might just be trying to play with him. But then, in a second, the dog bit him and was about to drag him onto the road when the cat attacked the dog. It's usually unlikely for cats to jump into action like that and kick the heck out of the dog, forcing it to run away whimpering. But this cat did not want to compromise on its human friend's life. The cat even followed the dog to make sure it wasn't coming back. The woman who came rushing to get her son said she was very grateful to the kitty and still thinks that it was an angel who came as the cat to help her kid. These men kept hearing weird noises coming from their backyard. Curious, they knew they had to go check what was there. At first, we don't see anything because of it being dark. All that we could see was the laundry they had put to dry out and nothing else. But then one of the men turns the light on and a creature crouching on the ground comes into view. The creature looked like it was looking straight at the man for a few seconds before it hurried back into the darkness. The video is of poor quality, so we cannot make out clearly what the creature looked like. But it was small, had a weird-shaped head, and was fast. According to the men, they immediately reported it to the authorities. But nothing like that was ever seen again. Ask me, and truth be told, it looked like it was really a cryptid. Maybe some kind of animal suffering from a disease. What do you guys think? Recorded by a man who kept hearing weird noises every time he went for his usual walk into the woods, but this time he witnessed something he had never seen before. A huge creature was spotted on the camera wandering around the place. Even though it appeared on the camera for just a few seconds, they were enough to send shivers down the spine of the man recording all of this. Staying at a safe distance, the man kept recording until the creature was out of sight. As he uploaded the video on the internet, he explained that he considers himself lucky that the terrifying being did not notice him, because if it did, the video might not have ended up well. The creature could easily be any animal just walking around on two legs, but to me, personally, that looks like a creature that fits perfectly the definition of the infamous Bigfoot. Imagine driving on a highway at night and you come across one of the most unusual sights ever. This is what happened to these guys when they were out. At first, everything seemed pretty normal, but a few seconds passed, and the car right in front stopped in the middle of the road. As they got closer to the car, they saw a deer trying to get into the driver's seat, and the person in the car struggling with it. We can see that the car got in its way when it was trying to cross the road, and the only thing that could get in the deer's mind was to straight up attack the driver. There are times when we humans interfere in the wild a little too much. But ask me, and I would say that this time it wasn't totally the person's fault. People usually set trail cameras out in the wild to capture nature and wildlife in its pure form and ways. But there are times when the trail cameras capture something that no one can consider just wildlife. For instance, take this picture. It was captured a couple of months back, and when the owner of the camera saw it, he was shocked to the core. Therefore, to get some answers and share it with others, he uploaded it on the internet. The terrifying picture at first shows two glowing eyes in the dark, but if we brighten it up a bit, we can see that there was an eerie figure hidden in the darkness. A slender-like figure, the creature appeared to be staring directly at the camera, as if contemplating its purpose, or something. No one could explain what it could be, but I would say that there is a very low chance that the picture might be edited. However, just to give some kind of logic to it, the figure can be a wolf or something captured from an unusual angle. Recorded by a security camera, this video starts off with a dog barking at something while standing on the terrace. However, out on the street, everything seems normal. There is not even a human being out there, but then a second passes, and we see a weird figure running in the street. It had little to no appearance on the camera, just a motion sensed, and somehow captured on the camera. As the man whose camera recorded it watched it horrified, he decided to upload it on YouTube, where people straight up pointed to the fact that it being a ghost. To be honest, the way the figure left a trail in the footage, and the way it was so blurry, that nothing can be made out of it. These things do point to it being a ghost. For me, the street or the whole area might be haunted, and the fact that the dog could see it also proves the theory that animals can actually see what us humans can't. Imagine taking your trail camera back to your home, hoping to get some cool footage that you can upload and share with others, but you end up seeing something that terrifies you for months to come. This is exactly what happened to this man whose camera captured not just one or two, but 3 creepy ghostly cryptids wandering around the woods. They appear out of nowhere and have bodies like humans, but their presence was hardly captured by the camera as they looked totally transparent. According to me, there can be 2 possible reasons. First is that they were actually ghosts, but the second one is that they were normal human beings. But the camera was faulty. Which one do you think it was? We all know that a huge part of the ocean is still to be discovered and studied, which leaves us wondering what could be hiding in such a big part which humans have never touched or been into. This clip will give you a glimpse of one of the possibilities of the terrifying stuff that might be hiding there. Recorded by a man who was on a beach recording the storm that just brewed up. He saw this thing, which appears to be a huge creature with large tentacles, waving in the sky. Even though there was fog everywhere due to the weather conditions, we could still see that the creature had to be very huge to be so clear from this far. Now I know there is a chance that the video might be altered or edited, but consider the fact that the ocean isn't something we are very familiar with, and you might see yourself assuming that this can be a real video with a real sea monster featured in it. Humans have this strange tendency not to back away from danger unless it's right about to hit them. This video perfectly illustrates that, where a group of people stands behind a fence, gazing at the surging sea with massive and furious waves. The waves are already dangerously high, but these folks seem to be ignoring the potential risks, just enjoying the spectacle. Suddenly, the worst unfolds, as the towering waves come crashing, surpassing the fence. As the waves breach the barrier, they start taking everything in their path. Many people get swept away, and then the video abruptly ends. Watching this video only intensifies my fear of the ocean and water. Still, I can't help but be puzzled about why these individuals didn't realize the abnormality of those towering waves and seek safety. The way humans sometimes approach danger leaves me utterly confused. Ever felt like someone's watching you while walking alone? Well, this hiker experienced just that and decided to record what he sensed. In a forest, he felt eyes fixated on him, prompting him to open his camera. What he captured was a black figure peering directly at him from behind a tree. This mysterious being was stalking the hiker, completely unaware of being spotted. The creature, like others we have seen in previous clips, appeared quite humanoid and was covered in thick black fur. To me, it resembled a Bigfoot. but it's hard to say for sure since the video was recorded from a distance, making the facial features less visible. What are your thoughts on this stalking creature? Could it be a Bigfoot? Or might it be something even more terrifying? The video leaves us with a sense of mystery and intrigue about what lurks in the depths of the forest. While on a forest road trip in California, a family encountered an eerie sight captured in front of their car's headlights. As they traversed a desolate forest road, the camera revealed a massive, hairy creature staring directly at them from the dark woods. The creature, covered in thick black fur, exhibited a humanoid posture and body frame. The eerie aspect of the clip lay in the mysterious identity of this creature, which seemed to be patiently waiting in the woods, creating a chilling atmosphere, as if anticipating someone's arrival to carry out its unknown intentions. It is advisable to keep driving in such situations unless faced with an extreme emergency to avoid potential encounters with such unsettling entities. The Amazon rainforest serves as a captivating habitat for a variety of amazing and rare creatures, and the tourists' capture highlighted one such extraordinary moment. The video taken during an Amazon rainforest tour depicts a massive anaconda gracefully swimming in a swampy lake. The rare spectacle unfolded with the snake positioned directly beneath the tourist's boat. And witnessing this, I couldn't help but feel concerned about their safety, considering an anaconda could easily climb on board. Also, the sheer size and capabilities of these formidable creatures add a chilling factor to the encounter. Although anacondas are common in the Amazon, they can reach an impressive length of up to 30 feet and weigh up to 550 pounds. To put this into perspective, the snake's length is comparable to about 5 kids lying head to foot. The people on the boat were pretty lucky that the snake wasn't in the mood for playing with them, because if it were, this video could have ended in a much more gruesome way. There's a valid reason behind the advice to stay aware of your surroundings while texting outside, and this video serves as a stark illustration. Captured from a news channel helicopter, the footage reveals a massive bear roaming casually through a neighborhood. The bear appears calm, likely in search of food. Meanwhile, a person engrossed in texting walks towards the bear from a nearby alley, completely oblivious to the unfolding situation. As the bear notices the approaching individual, it begins to move closer. The man, still absorbed in his phone, suddenly glances up to find the colossal bear in front of him, shocking him to the core. Fortunately, the bear wasn't in a pursuit mode and left the man unharmed. The incident serves as a chilling reminder of the potential dangers when distracted by texting, emphasizing the importance of staying alert in outdoor environments. I was torn between adopting a dog or a cat as a pet, but after watching this video, my decision became clear. The footage from the YouTube channel Wamiz features a courageous dog defending its owner from a massive brown bear. The bear appears to be charging towards the owner, but the dog stands firm, barking at the bear. The bear, seemingly intimidated by the determined dog, hesitates in its attack and is unable to proceed. The dog continues to hold its ground, barking incessantly and keeping the bear at bay. Eventually, realizing the dog won't back down, the bear retreats into the forest. The dog then returns to its owner, who praises and pets it for its bravery. This video vividly showcases the bravery of canines, highlighting their worth as protective companions, especially if you're looking for a vigilant guardian for your children. There are 2 types of people in the world: those who believe in aliens and those who have never encountered one. If you fall into the latter category, this video might just flip your perspective 180 degrees. Hailing from the Acadian woods in Canada, the footage captures a strange creature that locals have stumbled upon. The scene unfolds with a stone structure in the woods, on which an unusual alien-like creature is perched. The creature's body resembles that of a grasshopper, while its head evokes the imagery of extraterrestrials from movies, emitting eerie and unsettling noises. This creature has the potential to haunt your nightmares for years. Despite being recorded by vigilant onlookers, the creature doesn't appear agitated or aggressive. It remains calmly seated until the end of the video. The mystery surrounding this cryptid creature deepens, as its characteristics defy any known references. If you have information about this unsettling entity, feel free to share in the comments and enlighten others about its identity. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. If you're planning a hiking adventure, I strongly advise you to do it in the morning, as a tiny flashlight won't suffice in the dark. This video comes from a hiker who decided to venture out in the middle of the night, motivated by reports of Bigfoot sightings in the area during nighttime. As he navigated through the dark forest with his flashlight, he experienced a scare of a lifetime. The hiker heard powerful, chilling screams and footsteps thundering through the bushes. The weight of these steps heightened the hiker's fear for his life. Despite calling out in the hope that it might be a person, there was no response.
Hello?
When he shone his light into the distant woods, he was shocked to hear heavy breathing emanating from the darkness ahead. Startled, the man became filled up with fear, prompting him to run for his life, and the video abruptly ends. The unsettling nature of this video, reminiscent of a nightmare, is further intensified by the bone-chilling echo of the initial scream. This video, originating from a trail camera placed in the Vermont forest, captures a rare sighting of the legendary Bigfoot. As the footage unfolds, the camera reveals a wintry scene of ice-covered woods, and suddenly, a tall humanoid figure enters the frame, casually walking and disappearing behind some trees. The creature's posture is distinctly humanoid, and its size is massive, evident when compared to the nearby trees, indicating a height of more than 8 feet. Some viewers who have witnessed the video suggest that this creature is indeed a Bigfoot. However, there are others entertaining the possibility that it could be the elusive Yeti. Personally, I lean towards the belief that this creature is a Bigfoot, considering their known characteristics of thick black fur and a body structure resembling the figure in the video. Have you ever witnessed the might of a colossal black tornado in action? This video hails from Texas, capturing the formation of a massive tornado near an industrial zone. The video showcases the tornado expanding from the top, creating a daunting and unsettling spectacle. Notably, debris is visible within the tornado, indicating the destruction it has caused in its path. What adds to the tension is the tornado's apparent lack of movement, as there's a saying that a stationary tornado may be coming towards you. In this footage, the tornado is indeed approaching the camera. Fortunately, the locals were lucky that this tornado didn't form in conjunction with a thunderstorm, as those tornadoes unleash a level of destruction and fury beyond imagination. This video was uploaded by a user on TikTok. In the caption, he claims to have discovered the skeletal remains of a mermaid. In the video, he is seen picking something up from the beach water. Initially, it appears to be entangled branches, but as he brings it closer to the camera, it becomes evident that it is something unusual. The man recording the video is accompanied by his mom and aunt, who express their unease.
Oh my god! Holy shit! What is that? What the hell is that?
The object resembles the skeleton of a miniature creature, and as the camera shows its tail, the possibility of it being a legendary mermaid becomes apparent. With a complete ribcage, long skinny arms, and a fish-like tail, the creature appears mermaid-like, perceiving its strangeness. The person holding the creature becomes unsettled and throws it back into the water, concluding the video. While the video appears realistic, there is a chance that it could be a prank or a hoax, but the mystery remains intriguing. Imagine waking up and stepping outside to grab your morning coffee, only to witness an unusual sight in the sky. This video, uploaded on the Viral Hog channel, was recorded in Indonesia and showcases a massive black smoke ring hovering in the sky. Resembling something out of a sci-fi movie, the movement of the ring is quite disconcerting. Over time, the smoke ring begins to dissipate, and the video concludes. Viewers and onlookers at the scene have speculated that this phenomenon is something spiritual or even alien. However, I believe there is likely a logical explanation for this black smoke ring, especially considering similar occurrences have been captured in various parts of the world. It seems plausible that the ring is man-made, perhaps originating from a chimney or a controlled fire, given the rounded shape and density of the smoke. Here's another video from California, claiming to capture the sighting of the legendary Bigfoot, but this time in a more relaxed setting, enjoying a drink by a river. Recorded by a hiker, the footage offers a low-quality yet beautiful view of a river surrounded by woods. In the distance, a black figure is seen moving around. The creature's posture and body frame resemble that of a human. After some movement, the creature sits by the river and starts drinking water. Notably, this creature is entirely black. While its appearance aligns with that of Bigfoot, it's challenging to definitively confirm its identity. Bigfoot typically has a broader body frame and a more towering stature, whereas this creature seems more human-like. I speculate that it could either be a person in a Bigfoot suit for amusement, or perhaps an unknown cryptid that is yet to be identified. If you're curious to witness what a real-life nightmare looks like, this video is perfect for you. Uploaded on Instagram by the username SquatchWatchone, the footage features a view of a tall tree in the middle of the night. You might wonder why a video of a tree is included here. But as the cameraman captures the scene, he pans the camera to the top of the tree, revealing a strange figure standing there. The figure has a white face, a hunched body, and eerily stands effortlessly on the top of the tree without any visible support. It appears as though the creature is looking around, searching for something atop that tree. This video sent shivers down my spine, as it made one contemplate the unsettling thought that such entities could be lurking in the trees of the forest. Now, I'll be extra cautious and avoid getting too close to trees when I go out. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Some guy decided to have a test flight of his new drone, but he did not expect to capture these bizarre images. In this drone footage, we can immediately spot a giant creature walking in the forest. The creature appears just for a few moments, passing through the trees before disappearing. The man shifts his camera toward the position where the creature is heading, but at this point, the creature doesn't fully appear. The creature resembles the typical description of Bigfoot. Its height exceeds human height significantly, and it has a huge body. However, unlike Bigfoot, its color is reddish. But I am not sure what to say about this. Why is the footage cut so soon? If that was me, I would fly that drone right into its face to finally catch the best footage. What do you think? Some people just love going out into places like woods at night. It's a real thrill. So, this one person decides to head out around midnight with his trusty flashlight, not too far from civilization, but still deep in the woods. In the dim glow of his flashlight, he starts capturing what would later be nightmare fuel. The whole video is pretty creepy, and you can tell the person behind the camera is genuinely spooked, and he has plenty reason to be spooked. Just listen to the hellish sounds coming from the forest.
Oh my god. Nope. Nope.
Don't know about you, but I would have packed my bags and went home immediately after hearing these insane sounds. Just what exactly was that? I know mountain lions make terrifying screams, but that is just something else.
Oh my god.
You've probably seen many Bigfoot footage. Bigfoot is something we've all heard about, and everyone has watched some of its sightings. While some are undoubtedly legit, others are debunked as fake. Now, what you're looking at is the clearest footage of Bigfoot. It was shot in broad daylight in the woods. The person recording was standing at a higher vantage point. Maybe they already knew about the presence of some unknown creature and decided to start recording. The creature suddenly shows up as the video kicks off. It seemed like it was chilling in the bushes, noticed the person, and decided to book it while they started recording. In the footage, you can only see the creature's back as it is running off and disappearing into the woods. It's pretty evident it wasn't some bear or known creature, but I do have to raise some questions with which maybe you can help me. As far as I know, Bigfoots are known to have really large arms compared to their body size. Unlike us, here, we can see the proportions are closer to that of a human. Am I mistaken? Let me know. This disturbing footage looks straight out of a movie. Imagine a tiger strolling down the street and people scrambling to save themselves. The clip was shot in Hyderabad, India. The drivers spot a tiger heading their way, which forces them to find a way to stay safe. One person climbs into a truck while the other one tries to get into a house. But unfortunately, the door is locked. He rushes back to the truck, and right then, the tiger comes close, attempting to bite his foot. At this exact moment, I thought this man is gone, no chance to escape. But the tiger, luckily for him, decided to leave him alone. The tiger then tries to get into the house, but doesn't succeed even after several tries. Now, a bunch of stray dogs gather around the tiger. They seem ready to confront the tiger, but the tiger's focus is on getting into the house. It's unclear why the tiger is fixated on that house. Maybe something special inside, or just the tiger trying to ensure its own safety. When the dogs persist, the tiger turns around, and the dogs bolt. What happens next remains uncertain as the footage cuts off abruptly. I knew India was wild, but that is just another level of crazy. Imagine minding your own business and you get jumped by a wild animal. You might seen some movies about anacondas, or at least everyone has heard about them. Anacondas are the biggest snakes on our planet, measuring over 30 feet. They're considered one of the most dangerous snakes. This family was exploring the forest, cruising on a boat in the stream that flowed through it. Suddenly, near a bunch of bushes, they spotted this enormous creature. They started screaming in fear. But then they realized the creature itself was scared of them. That's when they decided to have some fun. The anaconda was struggling to break free. I am pretty pissed by how they treated the whole situation. First of all, that is very dangerous. That is an animal several times your size that spent its entire life hunting. Second of all, they seem to enjoy messing with the animal. Just leave the animal alone. Don't torment it, or you might regret it next time. Many individuals enjoy camping in the woods. spending the entire night surrounded by nature. However, unexpected things can happen in the woods, where unpredictable phenomena may occur at any time. This video was recorded by a group of friends who decided to spend a night in the woods for some fun. What happened to them at night was completely unexpected, and it left them terrified. In the dim light of a flashlight, they noticed something unknown. It seemed like a creature resided not too far away from them. They observed its shiny eyes, occasionally blinking, as if the unknown creature was constantly watching them. It can't be ruled out that the creature wasn't Bigfoot or any other predator given its large eyes. What adds to the unsettling nature of this footage is that the creature continued to gaze at them without fear.
Hey, eyeballs. 2 eyeballs. Bam, straight over your right shoulder.
I am not sure whether that they're doing there is brave or stupid, but I personally would get out. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. A cemetery can be an unsettling place for some during the daylight, and even the bravest individuals may find it eerie at night when cemeteries take on a haunted appearance. This footage captures such a place, a mysterious cemetery situated next to a thick forest. During one night, the security camera records an unsettling and truly bizarre phenomenon. A shadow emerges near the cemetery, growing in size and shifting from one burial ground to another. The entire scene is truly unsettling, like a scene from a horror movie. While many may dismiss the existence of ghosts, unexpected and inexplicable phenomena occasionally occur, challenging our perception of the universe and suggesting it might be stranger than we imagine. Death is universally perceived as the conclusion of life. However, when something dead can exhibit signs or characteristics of life, it is known as undead, typically associated with supernatural beings. The footage we're about to witness presents a compelling depiction of the undead phenomenon. A frightening and terrifying creature is captured crawling in the video, despite its eerie appearance suggesting it might have met its demise. This mysterious creature continues its stride. The creature bears some resemblance to a human being, prompting the thought that it might have once been human. What are your thoughts on this unknown and frightening entity? Share your comments below. Abandoned buildings and under construction houses are the best places known for ghosts. In this footage, a person captures an unsettling sight at a recently started construction site. He notices something strange in the building. Before starting to record the footage, he had already witnessed the unsettling and scary ghosts, which compelled him to record it on his camera.
Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ah! Guys, gua udah zoom. Kang Adit. Gua udah zoom. Gua zoom, teman-teman. Dan ini siaran live.
In the footage, it's evident that the man was terrified. He turns his flashlight to every corner of the building, and suddenly, a person appears on the ceiling of the room. It had no legs and was lurking from the ceiling. Suddenly, the unknown entity disappeared into the ceiling. This footage raises numerous questions. Is that the lost soul of a person who lived on that land, disturbed by the recent construction? In 2013, a family of 5 celebrated the first birthday of their youngest child. The child's father started capturing the beautiful moment with a camera, as he wanted to immortalize the joyous occasion. Little did they know, an uninvited guest was present among them. Although they were all immersed in happiness, unbeknownst to them, a ghost was present in their house. They shared the footage on social media, only to later discover something peculiar upon reviewing it. A television behind the family was switched on, and in the screen's light, a ghost-like figure could be seen walking behind them. It had a human-like appearance, but it's peculiar, seemingly floating or walking extremely fast. I'm not sure what happened after this, but I do hope this family is fine. One morning, a group of friends was enjoying the beautiful surroundings. They noticed something unexpected.
My God. What is that thing, man? I didn't know it was that f***ing big. It's not coming up here, is it? No, I don't even think it recognizes, man. Calm down. Be quiet.
An enormous creature appeared out of nowhere and started walking through the tall grass. Although a bit blurry, the footage seems authentic. It fits the description of Bigfoot from what I can tell. I am not sure, though, why it would show itself openly when clearly someone is watching it. Do you agree? Imagine yourself driving your car during a storm. The heavy rain falls, and you're just trying to get home sooner. However, suddenly, an unexpected event occurs that shakes you to your core. This is precisely what unfolded for the individual who recorded this footage. Driving cautiously on a rainy morning, the car ahead of theirs unexpectedly is hit by a really strong lightning. If I was that driver, I would start praying again to God because he seemingly just warned me. This is perhaps the most unsettling footage you'll ever witness. A group of friends who were fascinated by the stories of ghosts and unknown flying objects decided to explore a place known for alien abductions. What followed was truly unsettling and frightening. We can see them huddled behind a rock, and we get a glimpse of what is frightening them. Two alien-like figures can be seen seemingly searching. They are clearly disturbed, but the moment the cameraman goes for another peek, one of the creatures lunges at him. They begin a frantic run, which fortunately works in getting them out of there. But what exactly was that? Real aliens searching for new experiment subjects, or just a cleverly crafted prank? This footage was captured by the owner of a house renowned for its haunting experiences. Strange occurrences frequently unfold within the premises, as if a supernatural presence lingers. In one recording, the owner observes his chair being pulled away when no one is nearby. Approaching the chair cautiously, he attempts to touch it with apprehension. Eventually, he pushes the chair aside to test for any unusual happenings. What transpires next is entirely unexpected and mysterious. The chair is pushed back to its original position. This odd occurrence prompts the individual to step away in astonishment. In another segment, the owner documents the automatic movements of various items within his house. Doors shut by themselves, and objects move independently, as if guided by a mysterious and invisible force. In a distressing incident, he even asks, "What do you want?"
What do you want?
But receives no answer. Is this the work of a poltergeist? If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. In today's world, people often install doorbell cameras in their homes for security purposes. While these cameras have gained popularity, not every home is equipped with one. A woman, living alone, witnessed an unsettling figure entering the hall of her apartment block. Believing it to be an intruder, she decided to confront the mysterious visitor. The ghostly intruder, wearing a dark gown, presented a frightening appearance. The woman requested him to leave, but he stood with an expressionless face, seemingly unafraid. Despite her repeated pleas, he remained in place. Unexpectedly, something terrifying occurred. The intruder vanished into the ground as if he were a ghost. Overwhelmed by disbelief and fear, the woman started screaming and closed the door. The mysterious disappearance of the intruder, if indeed it was one, poses an unresolved mystery. Was it a true sighting of a ghost? This terrifying video from Sweden shows a family caught in a brutal hailstorm inside their property. Seeking shelter under a shed, they huddle together as massive hailstones, the size of tennis balls, pound relentlessly on the roof. The loud thumps and crashes create a scene of pure terror. The family, understandably scared, stays huddled together, unable to even consider running to safety because of the hailstone's size and potential danger. The video captures the raw fear and helplessness of the family as the hailstorm rages on. To emphasize their point, they even share a photo comparing the hailstones to a golf ball, showcasing the enormous size of the ice chunks. Thankfully, the family emerges unharmed. However, the hailstorm undoubtedly caused significant damage, likely destroying cars and causing property damage in the area. This video from a wildlife photographer captures a scene of ultimate relaxation. An owl perched on a tree, seemingly unfazed by the world around it. The owl exudes an air of tranquility, as if it has transcended all life's worries and stresses. While the owl appears completely at peace, a few curious hummingbirds decide to liven things up by poking its head. But even these playful jabs fail to ruffle the owl's feathers. It remains calm and composed, simply observing its surroundings with an unbothered gaze. Some viewers believe the owl's calmness stems from its limited daytime vision. However, this isn't entirely true. While owl vision is indeed weaker during the day, they can still clearly see objects close to them. Therefore, it's more likely that the owl simply chose to remain unfazed by the hummingbird's antics. Perhaps it was enjoying the peace and quiet of the moment and didn't want to waste energy on getting annoyed. I have a strong dislike for dolls, especially the old ones, and this video perfectly illustrates why. The footage is from an unknown person who seems to be inside a dimly lit house. There is also an eerie laughter echoing in the background. And there is a mysterious figure standing in the distance. The cameraman, feeling a bit uneasy, bravely decides to investigate the source of the laughter and cautiously approaches the figure. As he gets closer, it turns out that the mysterious figure was just a doll. However, the laughter persists, and upon closer inspection, two hands become visible behind the doll. Startled, the cameraman quickly checks behind the doll, only to find no one there. Ready to leave, he notices something even more chilling. The doll's pupils move on their own. Frightened, the cameraman makes a swift escape. This video is pretty chilling, and it is reinforcing my fear of dolls being potential hosts for spirits and ghosts. This video has some viewers on edge. It features two friends who were home alone when they heard an unsettling hissing sound coming from their kitchen window. Curious and a little spooked, they peeked through the window and got a real shock.
Your window. He's coming in the house.
They saw a strange creature, seemingly a mix of dog and human features, peering back at them. One of the friends, understandably terrified, screamed and ran. The video ends abruptly after that. Upon slowing down and pausing the footage, some viewers claim the creature resembles the legendary Michigan Dogman. This creature is said to be a tall, bipedal creature with dog-like features and glowing eyes. Whether it was the Michigan Dogman or something else entirely, the video certainly captures a scary and bizarre encounter. It's important to remember that such encounters are extremely rare and often lack concrete evidence. It's also important to be cautious when encountering unfamiliar situations. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, the safest course of action is to leave the area immediately and seek help from the authorities. This intriguing video comes from a trail camera positioned in a snowy winter woodland. All seems quiet and calm for a while. Suddenly, the tranquility is broken by the appearance of a large creature with wild brown hair, walking on 2 feet. It moves with a deliberate humanoid gait, passing right in front of the camera. The creature closely resembles the legendary Bigfoot. The sight of such a creature in this wintry forest landscape is both captivating and bewildering. It raises the question, could this actually be the elusive Bigfoot often spoken of, but rarely seen? I have to say that the quality of the video is very poor, so I can't make out any features or details. The only thing I can see clearly is its walking, which looks very human. In this unusual video, captured by a surveillance camera, we witness a bear breaking into a house's kitchen. The camera shows the bear skillfully navigating the kitchen, heading straight for the fridge. With remarkable ease, it opens the fridge and rummages through, eventually grabbing a bag of food. Then, the bear makes its exit as casually as it entered, climbing out of the window with its newfound snack. The video switches to an outdoor surveillance camera, which captures the bear retreating back to the woods, bag of food in tow. I have to say that while it's fascinating to see a bear so comfortably navigating a human environment, this is no innocent event. Things can turn out really nasty if an encounter happens. In this intriguing video, somewhere out in Russia, a man is out in the woods during the day with his kid, enjoying the natural surroundings. While filming their adventure, he unexpectedly captures something remarkable on camera. Behind the trees, a large, hairy creature can be seen running. It's huge and notably runs on 2 feet, bearing a striking resemblance to what many people would identify as Bigfoot or a really giant rake. The creature's size and bipedal movement are particularly noteworthy. They are human-like sprints, but also have something animalistic about them, something that will surely scare you to the core if you encountered it. From my perspective, while the footage is fascinating and the possibility of a Bigfoot or rake sighting is thrilling, it's also likely that there could be a more practical explanation. Could this video be fake? This video takes us inside a hen house, where an unexpected visitor, a fox, has made its way in. The camera captures the fox cautiously observing the hens, embodying the classic predator-prey scenario. Initially, the fox leaves without causing any disturbance. However, moments later, it returns with a more determined approach, leaping from the top of the hen house in an attempt to catch a hen. Despite its efforts, the fox fails in its first few attempts. In a subsequent try, the fox successfully grabs a hen and bites it. But the hen manages to escape, evading the fox's grip, ultimately leaves the hen house without any prey. I know the struggles of farm life, and I am sure the owners were pleased of the outcome, considering that a determined fox could have killed all the animals there. But they must also be concerned for the future. Security cameras are typically installed in homes to provide a sense of security and safety, reassuring us that we are protected. However, there are times when these cameras capture something that makes us feel quite the opposite, unsettled and unsafe. This picture was shared on Reddit's Creepy Captures subreddit by a user who recounted a strange incident. The user explained that it was midnight when their door security alarm went off. Naturally, they went to check who might be at the door, but to their surprise, there was no one there. Intrigued and concerned, they decided to review the camera footage, and that's when they came across this eerie figure. The figure in the image looks as though it's right out of a horror movie. It has a Slender Man-like face and an overall creepy appearance. Moreover, it seems to be holding something in its hand, adding to the mystery and unease surrounding it. Whatever this bizarre creature may be, one can only hope it never pays them a visit in person. This video isn't necessarily scary, but it does capture a rather unusual and puzzling encounter. In the video, a driver is recording a child who is running toward their car. What makes this situation peculiar is the child's running style and the way their head is tilted to the side. As the child approaches the car, the person inside asks if they are okay and inquires about the whereabouts of their mother.
Bro, what in the ever-loving shit am I looking at right now? Dude, this kid's coming up on me. Like, hey buddy, are you okay? You can't be out here. Where's your mommy? Hey buddy.
However, the child doesn't respond and simply gazes at the trees on the side of the road. The aspect that raises concerns is the absence of the child's parents. Leaving a child alone in the middle of the road like this is certainly not safe or responsible parenting. One can only hope that the child safely made their way back home, and it would be wise for the driver to report the situation to the relevant authorities to ensure the child's well-being. Driving on a deserted road can indeed be a creepy and eerie experience, and encountering something like a werewolf would be the stuff of nightmares for any driver. In this particular case, the driver was cruising along a quiet road when they suddenly slammed on their brakes after spotting something highly unusual at the roadside. This creature doesn't resemble any familiar species. While some might argue that it has a wolf-like appearance, a closer look reveals some very peculiar traits. Unlike regular wolves, this creature appears to be strolling about on its hind legs, which is quite unusual. Additionally, its arms seem skeletal and lacking flesh. Its ears might resemble those of a dog, but the combination of its arm structure and the way it walks on its hind legs gives it an eerie, almost monstrous quality. The big question here is, what could this creature possibly be? A man was peacefully sleeping when suddenly his ducks outside started making a ruckus as if they were under attack by some predator. In a hurry, he rushed outside with his camera, hoping to capture whatever was disturbing them. As he pointed his camera towards their shelter, everything seemed normal at first. However, if we rewind the video and slow it down, we can spot an eerie sight. A pair of eerie, lifeless glowing eyes lurking near the duck's house. These mysterious eyes quickly darted out of view when the camera turned their way. In the moment, the man recording the video didn't notice the unsettling eyes, but when he later reviewed the footage, he was shocked by what he saw. Now, he's much more likely to believe his ducks when they start making a commotion again. In a video captured by a hiker during a trip through the Canadian forest, something initially appeared to be a lurking bear among the trees. However, as the hiker zoomed in for a closer look, it became clear that this was no bear. Strangely, this creature seemed to recognize the hiker, despite the hiker's attempts to remain hidden in some bushes. For some time, this mysterious creature simply stared blankly at the hiker, almost as if it was studying him. Eventually, it retreated back into the depths of the forest. What makes this encounter especially eerie is the uncertainty of its intentions. Right from the beginning, this creature appeared massive, even though we never got a full view of its body. It was covered in thick orange-brown fur and bore a striking resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. Ghosts might not be aware of our modern security cameras and surveillance technology, often choosing to reveal themselves when they believe no one is watching. A peculiar encounter occurred in the kitchen of a restaurant after it had closed for the night. In this eerie incident, a trolley began to move on its own, sliding a short distance before items resting on it tumbled to the ground. It was a closed environment with no one present, eliminating the possibility of a breeze or wind causing the movement. While some might argue that the floor had a slight slope, causing the trolley's movement, it raises a curious question. Why were the other two trolleys nearby not affected in the same way? This inexplicable sight left those who witnessed it feeling both unsettled and bewildered. One can only imagine the unease restaurant workers might feel. This intriguing video originates from a trail camera placed within an Australian ironwood forest. Its primary purpose was to monitor the local fox population, but it ended up capturing something truly captivating. As the video begins, we're presented with a nighttime view of the forest. Suddenly, the sound of branches crunching under pressure becomes evident, indicating the presence of something moving. Then, a dark figure emerges, strolling through the woods. This figure stands impressively tall and massive, easily measuring around 8 to 9 feet in height. Its appearance is somewhat humanoid, marked by a hunched back and long, slender arms. The mystery of this creature's identity has sparked debates among viewers. Some speculate it could be the Australian version of Bigfoot, while others propose that it might be a chimpanzee or even a gorilla. What do you think this colossal being could be? Considering that we've only explored 5% of the ocean, it's intriguing to ponder what incredible and massive creatures might inhabit the remaining 95%. This video offers a glimpse of the ocean, and we can spot a large, enigmatic creature on the water surface. Right from the beginning, this creature appears remarkably large and possesses an unusual half-body that doesn't resemble any aquatic creature we're familiar with. As it swims further away, its enormous body displaces a significant amount of water, emphasizing its immense size. Additionally, in the video, we can see other fishermen working in the distance. It's quite unnerving to imagine them laboring in the vicinity of this mysterious river monster. This video was captured by a trail camera, intended to monitor animal activity, but ended up recording something quite disturbing. In the video, we observe a well-worn trail running through the forest, suggesting frequent human use. It's nighttime, and a man enters the frame seemingly unfazed by the potential risks of walking along such a forest path after dark. The man casually progresses down the trail, but after taking a few steps, something startles him. A dark figure attacks him, gripping his leg and attempting to drag him away. The man resists, regains his composure, and flees. Interestingly, the figure that attacked him doesn't appear to be human, but rather a transparent, dark, ghost-like entity. After the attack, this ghostly figure vanishes into thin air. The question arises, was this a genuine encounter with a ghostly entity? Or could there be another explanation for this eerie incident? Forest camping adventures are usually a lot of fun, but at any time, things can take a surprising turn. In this video, recorded by a man during a camping trip with his family, we spot a gigantic humanoid creature in the distance. This creature appears exceptionally tall and seems to be covered in thick black fur. It's bending down, as if collecting something from the ground. After some time, the creature apparently senses that it's being recorded and makes a hasty escape, bringing the video to an end. Judging by its appearance, it certainly resembles the legendary Bigfoot, although it's possible that it might be someone playing a prank in a Bigfoot costume. Regardless, whatever it was an incredibly captivating sight for the family on their camping adventure. This video was posted on Facebook by a user who claims to have been stalked by an unknown creature in his house, and in the video, he manages to capture this eerie encounter. The man in the video is visibly frightened and uneasy, attempting to show us the source of his fear. He explains that he had been hearing hissing noises coming from his backyard, and now he's ventured out to investigate what might be causing it. As he explores the area, he pans the camera toward his shed, where something strange is peeking out, and this thing seems responsible for the hissing sounds. In a trembling voice, the homeowner calls out to the mysterious presence, but it remains silent. Fearing the unknown, the homeowner hastily retreats, and you can clearly see the fear in his eyes as he makes his escape. It's a truly unsettling encounter, and it's hard to comprehend the terror of having something unknown lurking in your own home. This video comes from a group of tourists who were on an adventure in the boreal forest region, and they managed to capture a sighting of the mighty Bigfoot on their camera. In the video, we're presented with a view of the dense woods, and in the distance, a black creature is hunched over. The camera then pans to the side, revealing a large group of tourists with their cameras, all observing this astonishing sight. The creature appeared to be hunched, making it a bit challenging to estimate its height, but it did seem to be of substantial size. Some might argue that it could be a gorilla or ape, but in Canada, there are no known animals like that. Towards the end of the video, we can also see a person in a red shirt emerging from the woods. It's a bit confusing why someone would venture so close to a creature like that. This video was shared on Reddit by a homeowner who recorded a chilling entity haunting his house, and it's something straight out of my worst nightmares. In the video, we see the homeowner performing some sort of ritual with smoke, seemingly to ward off whatever is frightening him.
I know, bud. I'm not afraid, man.
He then heads towards the basement, and as he opens the door, a dark and eerie figure is standing at the other end of the stairs. The figure is undeniably creepy and unsettling. When you pause and zoom in on its face, you can discern its eerie, human-like features. However, when the homeowner switches on the light, the mysterious figure hastily retreats. With bravery, the homeowner follows, but to his surprise, he finds no one there. Suddenly, he hears cries coming from above, and he rushes back up the stairs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
However, as he's ascending, the door suddenly closes on its own, trapping the homeowner in the stairwell. I'm not sure what happened next, but since the homeowner uploaded this video, I believe he's safe. Some people believe in the concept that we all live in a simulation, where unexplained events are considered glitches. After seeing this video, I'm beginning to understand their point of view. This video was recorded on the Orange Trail by a passing car, and it captures a view of the woods with deer. However, there's something remarkably odd about these deer. They are completely still. It's as if they're frozen in place, almost like statues. What's even more strange is that there are multiple deer. One logical explanation could be that they're being cautious about the approaching vehicle and remaining still to assess the potential threat. However, if that were the case, you'd expect them to at least move their heads as the vehicle goes by. The fact that they did that real-life hanging makes it seem like another curious glitch in our simulated reality.
But nothing like this.
Hello everyone, I'm Alex and you're watching Trail Terror. Today we have a range of videos, from creepy figures lurking in the dark to Bigfoot sightings and even some wildlife encounters I guarantee you will remember. These are a few of the things we will look at, so stick to the end. It seems like Bigfoot strikes again. In this video, a man is in the forest filming something unusual. It's fall because we can see the ground is covered with dry leaves. He spots a strange, black, hairy thing moving between the trees.
Where'd it go? There's part of it.
This creature walks on 2 legs, and it looks a bit like what some folks say Bigfoot looks like. The woods feel extra spooky with all the autumn leaves and the quiet around. The man tries to get a better shot of this mysterious creature, moving around a little and lowering his camera to see better. For a moment, he thinks he lost it. It seemed like it vanished. But then he realizes it's still there, just further away than before. All these encounters in the forest make me wonder how come the scientists did not acknowledge this creature's presence. I know Bigfoot could be out there, although I also need to be a bit skeptical about this video, as we don't get to see the creature clearly. During a night walk in the forest, a man captures something terrifying. The footage is not clear. It's blurry and shaky, which makes everything look even more mysterious and unsettling. As the camera moves, it catches a glimpse of something odd in the darkness behind the trees. This creature has a shape that's kind of like a person's, but it's clear that it's not human. Its appearance and the way it's hidden partially behind the trees give it a spooky vibe. It could be anything from a ghost to a ghoul, the kind of creature you hear about in scary stories. It's hard to make out details, but the very sight of it, even blurry, is enough to send a shiver down your spine. The video leaves me with more questions than answers, adding to the chilling mystery of the nighttime forest encounter. I wonder what else is lurking in the dark, and we don't know. But what I know for sure is that if I was that man, I would have run away as quickly as possible. The video showcases a rather unsettling scene within the drain of a very dirty sink. Peering into the dark pipes, we observe an odd creature residing there. It has a round body with a jelly-like texture, colored in a yellowish hue, and is equipped with numerous slender whip-like strands called flagella, which it uses to move around. Upon closer inspection, the creature resembles tubifex worms, a type of worm often found in sediment of lakes and rivers, and sometimes in the sludgy buildup of pipes. While their appearance might be startling or eerie, especially as they cluster together, these worms are actually quite common. They're known for their remarkable ability to tolerate low oxygen environments, often thriving in heavily polluted waters. An interesting aspect of tubifex worms is their red coloration, which is due to hemoglobin in their bodies. Similar to what's found in human blood, this hemoglobin allows them to live in low oxygen environments. And when they group together, they can appear as pulsating red masses that some might find reminiscent of flesh. I have never seen these worms in real life, but they are pretty interesting, and I have to let you know that these are a good fish bait. This video is taken by a security camera at a house's entrance. We see a kid playing on his phone, sitting close to the open front door. You can hear many voices in the background, showing that there are more people inside the house, so the kid isn't alone. During the video, something surprising happens. A big wildcat, which looks like it might be a mountain lion, walks into the house. The kid notices the animal, gets up from the sofa very calmly, walks out of the house, and then quietly shuts the door behind him. This leaves the big cat inside the house with his family. He does all this very smoothly and doesn't say anything to anyone. The whole situation is quite intense because it's not every day that a wild animal walks into a house like that. The kid's reaction is impressively calm, and I find it shocking how he let everyone in the family in there with the feline without saying a word. I know that yelling would have attracted the attention of the animal, and perhaps even scare it to a point he gets attacked. But I still think there was more to be done to also help those inside. What do you think? In this video, we see a woman engaged in a video call with her friend, casually chatting and catching up on each other's lives. She's at home alone, comfortably talking and unaware of her surroundings.
Like maybe a day bed or something. I mean, I have that credit card. I'm not going to buy anything expensive. I'll try like Salvation Army first.
However, unbeknownst to her, there's an unsettling presence in her living room. As she converses, a humanoid shape is seen moving in the background.
I went and bought decaf coffee.
The shape is indistinct, and its face is not visible, adding an eerie quality to the footage. The fact that the woman is supposed to be alone in the house makes the appearance of this figure all the more mysterious and unnerving. During the video, the woman eventually settles into a chair in the living room, and it seems as though the mysterious figure vanishes. There's no clear explanation for its presence. It could have been a trick of the light, a reflection, or perhaps something more supernatural, like a ghost. Whatever it was, if I were that woman, I would have freaked out and get out of the house immediately. This video showcases a fascinating and odd moment in nature, displaying a European mantis that is busy eating a wasp. Normally, we just see the mantis as the predator, but there's an unusual twist here. While the mantis is eating the wasp, there's another wasp at the lower part of the mantis's body, and it looks like this wasp is trying to eat the mantis. This scene presents a rare and intriguing interaction, where the usual roles of hunter and prey get mixed up. The whole scene is really strange in my opinion. How did the mantis not realize that it is being eaten up? From the captivating view of the front window of a train, this video is presenting an almost surreal scene. The train is traveling on a track with water on both sides, likely passing through a large lake or expansive body of water, and it's nighttime, which adds to the scene's intrigue. What makes the view particularly striking is the electrical storm occurring at the same time. There are frequent flashes of lightning, illuminating the surroundings dramatically. The combination of the train moving through this water-flanked path, the darkness of the night, and the intermittent light from the lightning gives the whole experience a mysterious, almost otherworldly feel. I find storms really scary in giving the whole setup. This train ride would have been a hell for me. Captured during daylight, this video shows something phenomenal.
I've seen some really creepy stuff, but nothing like this. There's a palm floating right in the middle of the air.
Hovering in the air, seemingly torn from its roots by strong winds, now causing it to float. Initially, the floating tree might give off a supernatural vibe, making it look like something out of the ordinary or magical.
Nothing like this. There's a palm floating right in the middle of the air.
Creating a spectacle that is both astonishing and a clear testament to the power of natural forces. Shot underwater, this video showcases a diver encountering a massive anaconda in a river. The anaconda, several meters in length, is seen relaxing underwater, a sight that is both rare and fascinating. Witnessing such a large snake in its natural habitat, especially underwater, is not an everyday occurrence, and provides a unique glimpse into the life of one of the largest snakes in the world. The calmness of the anaconda and the close proximity of the diver make this video particularly intriguing and a remarkable viewing experience. The size of this snake amazes me, and I think that these videos are giving me the special occasion to see animals that otherwise I wouldn't even imagine. This video presents an intriguing scene, filmed from the viewpoint of a person who's feeding a camel an unexpected snack, a small round cactus. Surprisingly, the camel accepts the cactus and begins to consume it, offering viewers a unique look at its eating process. What makes the video particularly interesting is observing how the camel manages to swallow the cactus, especially since it lacks front teeth. We can see that the camel uses the back part of its mouth to chew and swallow the food. This detail provides insight into the camel's adaptive eating habits, demonstrating its ability to handle even tough, prickly plants like cacti. Camels can eat cactus with thorns because their mouth is lined with papillae, nodules that create a rough structure that helps them chew. It is the same tough fibrous protein that makes up hair, fingernails, snake scales. I find it interesting how animals adapt to the environment, and these videos show us how little we know about them. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you, and if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. A group of guys found something terrifying inside an abandoned house during the night. They seemed to be on the hunt for something, possibly curious or intrigued by the house's history, or rumors that it might be haunted.
Cover my back, alright.
As they explore, their suspicions seem to be confirmed in a startling way. Suddenly, a humanoid shape appears, emerging from behind one of the doors. The possibility that it might be a ghost seems to fit the eerie setting and the house's abandoned, mysterious nature. The video's blurriness makes it hard to see any clear details, adding to the spooky and uncertain atmosphere of the encounter. The appearance of this figure triggers immediate fear in the group. Their reaction is instinctive. They start to run, hurrying down the stairs in an attempt to leave the house as quickly as possible. I don't know how these people are so brave to go check this kind of places. I am terrified only by the idea of a ghost. The video captures a common yet charming aspect of feline behavior. It shows a cat waiting patiently outside the door of a house, holding something in its mouth. The cat appears eager to present this item to its owner, which is often interpreted as a gesture of gratitude or a gift, showcasing their natural hunting instincts. Upon closer inspection, it's evident that the cat has caught a mole, a creature known for causing trouble in gardens by damaging plants. The cat's intention seems to be to offer its catch to the humans, possibly as a way of contributing or showing affection. The moment the owner opens the door, the anticipation builds. However, there's a slight twist. The cat, perhaps a bit too eager or startled, accidentally drops the mole, which then seizes the opportunity to escape. The way that cats show gratitude to humans is an amazing proof how much they evolved. From the wild felines, they got to be our friends. The video presents a captivating optical illusion that initially confuses the viewer. At first glance, it appears to show a black t-shirt flying through a light blue sky, which might be mistaken for a cloudy backdrop. The object even seems to leave traces behind it, similar to the trail of an airplane, enhancing the illusion that it's soaring through the sky. However, the reality of the scene is revealed through a simple yet effective trick, flipping the screen. When the perspective is inverted, it becomes clear that the supposed flying t-shirt is actually a duck swimming in a lake. The light blue background that resembled a sky is, in fact, the water of the lake, and what seemed like trails in the sky are ripples in the water created by the duck's movement. My mind was blown when I realized that what I thought to be a flying t-shirt appeared to be just a duck on a lake. This optical illusion cleverly plays with our perceptions, using the context and orientation to transform an ordinary scene into something entirely different. In this video, a man films the peak of a towering mountain. As he zooms in, the camera reveals a surprising sight atop the mountain, a large black figure, its size and shape evoking the image of the legendary Bigfoot. The figure's presence on the cloud, enshrouded peak, adds a layer of mystery and intrigue to the footage. The contrast between the distant lofty peak and the striking silhouette of the figure is striking. Watching this, one can't help but feel a sense of unease mixed with fascination. The possibility of such a creature like Bigfoot existing in such remote and inaccessible places stirs the imagination and curiosity. In this video, captured by a trail camera in a forest at night, we see an intriguing and somewhat eerie image. The camera records a large, hairy creature lurking among the trees, its two eyes shining in the darkness. The creature's size and appearance evoke the image of Bigfoot, a legendary figure in folklore. The forest's nocturnal setting adds a mysterious aura to the footage, with the creature's glowing eyes intensifying the sense of mystery. It's difficult to determine exactly what the creature is due to the limited visibility and the camera's position. Watching this video leaves an unsettling feeling, especially with the creature's resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. It's a reminder of how much remains unknown about the natural world, particularly in the depths of the forest at night. This video narrates the chilling story of a man named Jeff who went solo camping and mysteriously vanished. His personal items, such as his wallet, medical inhaler, and camera, were later discovered in the forest. Intriguingly, the camera contained footage from the night Jeff disappeared. In the footage, Jeff captures a large humanoid figure with no discernible face. The figure abruptly vanishes, sparking Jeff's curiosity to venture deeper into the forest in search of it. The video then cuts off, leaving the fate of Jeff unknown. The footage, especially with the sudden appearance and disappearance of the strange figure, makes me really nervous. It leaves me with questions about what Jeff might have encountered in the forest that night. In this video, captured from above by a drone, we see a man enjoying a peaceful bath in the crystal clear waters of Florida. He appears relaxed and unaware of his surroundings. However, the serenity of the scene is subtly disrupted when a manatee quietly approaches him. The gentle marine creature stands right beside the man, unnoticed for about 15 seconds. The moment the man finally realizes the presence of the large manatee next to him, He reacts with a startle, quickly swimming away. This sudden movement, in turn, frightens the manatee, causing it to retreat as well. In this dramatic video, someone films from the street as a building is engulfed in flames, with thick smoke pouring out of the shattered windows on the fire, ravaged floor. Amidst the chaos and concern, a startling moment occurs. A cat is seen leaping out of a 5th-floor window. Remarkably, the cat lands on all 4 feet, a testament to its agility and survival instinct. The sight of the cat making such a daring escape and surviving is both shocking and impressive. Cats are known for their ability to land on their feet due to their highly developed vestibular system, but a leap from such a height is extraordinary. In this video from a home security camera, we witness an unusual nighttime intrusion. A bear breaks into a house and heads straight to the kitchen, the sacred haven of food. The bear sniffs around, clearly on the hunt for a snack, and eventually zeroes in on the fridge, opening the fridge with surprising ease. The bear rummages through, but seems uninterested in its contents. It then proceeds to search the drawers and cabinets, continuing its quest for food. This footage of a bear exploring a kitchen is both fascinating and unnerving. The ease with which the bear navigates the human space, searching for food, is a stark reminder of the adaptability and intelligence of wildlife. I would be terrified to wake up with a bear inside my kitchen during the night. Heading out on a forest trail can be a fun and calming adventure. But if you have an encounter like this, it surely turns into an event that you can never forget. This video comes from California, and in it, we see a car driving on a forest trail. There are 2 passengers in the car. One is the driver, and the other is his friend who is recording the video. As they move along the trail, they spot something big and humanoid in the distance.
Whoa! What was that?
Seeing it, the driver speeds up the car, and as they get close to it, they see this figure. Then they stop the car to follow, but the figure emits a really disturbing roar, which seems like it is warning them not to follow.
What the world?
Hearing this, the driver decides to let this thing go because venturing might be dangerous now.
I am not going in there.
And that's where the video ends. Seeing this creature's appearance, like its size, humanoid figure, it looks like what we call a Bigfoot. Do you think the same? Imagine you're hiking peacefully through a forest, and suddenly you stumble upon a bizarre sight. A massive heap of what seems to be animal carcasses. Yep, that's what this video is all about. Recorded by a curious hiker, it shows a bunch of stuff that sure looks like the remains of animals scattered around. There are ribcage bones and other bits and bobs that make you wonder what in the world happened here. What kind of creature is behind this? It's a bit eerie, no doubt. The hiker in the video is just as puzzled as you might be. The big question is, why are these things here? Some viewers are saying they might be leaves from some exotic tree, just lying around drying out. Also, there are no skulls or anything like that can be spotted in the pile. So I am leaning towards the idea that they're probably just some peculiar tree leaves. However, no matter how you try to rationalize it, it's still pretty creepy. If I stumbled upon something like that during a hike, I might just keel over from the shock. Home security cameras are usually installed to provide a sense of security, assuring us that someone is keeping an eye out. However, when these cameras capture unsettling scenes, they can quickly transform into a source of fear and distress. In a recent video from a home security camera, the backyard of a house is under surveillance. Right from the beginning, a tall, black humanoid figure is seen passing through the yard. The figure possesses an unusually tall body frame, with remarkably long legs. While some viewers might speculate that it's a human dressed in black overalls, The length of the creature's legs raises doubts about its human origin. What adds to the eerie vibe is the apparent avoidance of the camera. As the figure moves, it deliberately glances at the camera, suggesting an awareness of its surveillance. This behavior fuels speculation about potentially sinister and dark motives. This video originates from Provo Canyon, Utah, where a pair of hikers captured footage of what they believe to be the legendary Bigfoot. As they were exploring the woods, they noticed a presence in the distance. Initially, it appeared to be a black bear going about its business behind the trees. However, as the creature stood up, it became clear that it wasn't a bear, but something else entirely. This humanoid figure was covered in dark fur, like a gorilla. The situation took a tense turn when the creature, upon spotting the hikers recording it, became visibly angry and started charging towards them. Faced with this massive creature heading their way, the hikers wisely chose to retreat. Sprinting for their lives. The encounter was both fascinating and frightening, and the creature resembled the legendary Bigfoot. Due to the obstructing trees and branches, a definitive confirmation of its identity remains elusive. This video, shared on Facebook by a user claiming to capture an alien phenomenon, certainly gives off an otherworldly vibe. Upon watching, it appears to show a peculiar flock of birds, forming an unusual shape in the sky. The flock looks dense and saturated, reminiscent of scenes from a horror movie. However, the reality is less extraterrestrial and more a natural phenomenon known as murmuration. What may seem like an alien display is, in fact, a gathering of thousands of starlings engaging in murmuration. During murmuration, these birds create breathtaking shapes in the sky, sometimes resulting in formations that can be quite eerie. Murmuration involves thousands of birds coming together in flight to craft intricate patterns overhead. However, for a child witnessing such a spectacle forming above their home, it's understandable that it might evoke fear and apprehension, perhaps even giving the impression of an apocalyptic event. For more strange and interesting footage, check this out.